Okay, we should be live, I think. Part 2 of Wild Card Weekend is here. Hold on, it's being a little bit slow. Part 2 of Wild Card Weekend. Okay, the audio sounds fine. I'm going to get this set up in Discord, and then we can start. Got 3 games on the slate today. Okay, we should be set up, and we can start. What's good, Lucario? Please, Raiders first. Won't be here after 7:15. Well, the Raiders game was planned for the end, but since I don't really have any emotional attachment to the order, I am perfectly fine with doing our game first. So, we can move our game up to the top, and then do Cougars, Dolphins, and finish things out with Bulldogs and Caps, if everybody's good with that. What's good, Knicks? What's good, Jacks? How we doing, fellas? I guess ripping the Band-Aid off for our game might not be a bad idea. Just get it over with. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. 2. Okay, so I guess we can use ours. Yay. Not that really matters, because we don't have any alternates, because EA Sports is lazy, but I digress. Oh, we don't have any other color pants, do we? No. Okay. Superstars and Superstar X Factors. We got Myles Garrett. Hey, Dalvin's healthy. Christian Kirk, Shaq Barrett, Bobby Wagner, Gregory Chance, Angry Beaver, Devin White, Juju Smith-Schuster, Marlon Humphrey, Brandon Ayuk, Phil Chippendale, Za'Darius Smith, Jeff Okudah, Johnny Hecker, Deontay Harris, Bobby Okereke, Eddie Small, Nick Boyle, Javon Hargrave, Xavier Cheeks. Dear God, that's a lot. Okay, before we start, actually, I forgot to redo my depth chart. So, this won't take more than like a minute. But the backups are all still here. Offense looks fine. Yup. Defense. Yup. It's more so the specialists that I want to make sure are right. I want Juju in the slot. That's really the only complaint I have. Yeah. Actually, I mean, Deontay Harris is super fast. That might be good in Madden. We're going to stick with Deontay Harris in the slot. We're just going to go with what the game gave us. Breaking Rams were found to be cheating in their game versus the Thunderbirds, so Toronto will be moving on. Well, Chief, I don't know if that's the case, unless Keith Priolio was found using steroids, which would be my best guess. Marlo, heck yeah! That's usually what you do when your games get watched. Just try to rip the Band-Aid off. Well, at least you didn't have expectations. This is a game that we should win. The Raiders are a solid team. I could see this being a tough one. So if Mexico City wins, the Diablos will be heading to New York to face the Jets. If the Raiders win, they will be going to Jacksonville. So pretty much if the Raiders win, they're going to get a 3 trip to the AFC Championship. So this is a big opportunity for Vegas. I mean, they can make the conference championship if they win today. I don't know if I can say the same for us, though. We should have big-brained it and tried not to be the 3 seed so we can play Jacksonville in the next round. I think Jacksonville's the best team in the league right now, but since RMP can't win a playoff game worth a damn, I don't think RMP's ever won a playoff game in any OFL. And it's not like his teams are bad. I mean, if you guys remember, the Chiefs were really good last year. They were a 1 seed a lot, I think. Jags have made did the Jags make the playoffs the first year? of OFL 21? I don't remember. I know they didn't last year. I feel like they did. I feel like they were good. LA we're stealing your... What signs? Oh, like how the Jets knew what Matt Patricia was going to call in his first game as a coach? That should have been the writing on the wall that was going to be a disaster. That game sucked. Stafford threw like 5 picks, I think. Yeah, I prefer not to remember that one. Fetch you a higher pick? Well, whatever can motivate you guys to come on our stadium and cheer for us, I dig it. Yeah, Ethan, you've won playoff games. I mean, you've also lost in the most heartbreaking ways. That should have been intercepted. Such as that Hail Mary against Arizona last year. I don't know if you guys remember. Didn't the Patriots steal? Yeah, they did. So I guess the Rams could have found a way to steal signs. But did the Rams have Bill Belichick employed? If they do, then I'd definitely buy it. What's the score of the basketball game? I have not really watched a lot of the second game. I watched a little bit towards the middle, but I have not kept up as of recent. Oh, wow, that's close. 97-98 with 4.5 to go. That is interesting. I feel like the Celtics-Nets series is just going to be a disaster. I mean, Boston's just not that good, and Jaylen Brown's hurt. I could totally see Brooklyn just sweeping them. Portland-Denver is going to be fun, though. I think I have the Nuggets making the finals. There's Seabush. Gets not much. We'll give you your entire team for this game alone. Okay, bet. Wait, so that means I get Wally and Keaton? Oh, heck yeah. I only want Wally and Keaton. You can keep everybody else. Nets are going to sweep. I'm pretty sure I had the Nets winning in 4, so I don't disagree. Is that going to be a holding on the Raiders? It is. Wow, so instead of 4th and short... Wait, why would we decline that? That is so stupid. Would you rather 4th and short or 3rd and 19? That might be the dumbest decision I've ever seen in my life. You have to be on crack to accept that penalty or decline that penalty. I get that it's 4th down, but that seems kind of stupid. I mean, it's only 3 points. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't go for it, to be honest, but who in their right minds would rather 4th and inches over 3rd and 19? Nuggets with no Murray won't... Yeah, but the Nuggets have been really good since he got hurt. If the Nuggets have been playing poorly down the stretch, then I probably wouldn't pick them to go past the 2nd round. But Jokic is the MVP. Michael Porter Jr. has been a legit 2nd option the past month. Aaron Gordon's been really good. I mean, they've been fine without Jamal Murray. Having Jamal for sure. But I think the Nuggets are going to go farther than people think. And there isn't like a clear alpha dog in the West. I don't trust Utah. I don't trust Phoenix. I don't have Phoenix making it out of the 1st round. I have the Lakers winning that, but I still don't fully trust the Lakers. I don't trust the Clippers. I mean, the West is going to be interesting. I feel like the East, I'd be surprised if the Nets didn't make the finals. But the West is going to be interesting because there are like 5 or 6 teams who realistically could make it. Hoping regular season MPJ steps up. I mean, he's been that once looked at top 5 pick the past month. Should have never fallen to 14, even with the injury. You're at dinner, so you know what jerseys I want if the choice is up to you. Yes, you wanted the home throwbacks, I think. Raiders have it back. They have the lead and the football, mainly because whoever is accepting and declining penalties on our sideline is an idiot. But it's not time to panic. I'm not worried. But the Raiders appear to be showing up. They don't look like an 8-8 6 seed. Although I do think the Raiders are a pretty good team as is. I mean, they got a lot of losses because they play it in tough division with 4 good teams. Near what a punt. We almost did it. But we didn't because we're not cool. You Denver making the final seed. Great minds think alike.
At the 45-yard line. Number 41, the ball carrier. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it's third down.
Look at C. Bush. He gets it inside the 35. Eek, that was not a good play. Oh yeah, Eddie Small, and Eddie Small's good. I mean, if I was the Raiders, I would trust him a lot more in a watched game than Zachy and Colbert. Eddie Small is really good. I hope he gets a chance to be a full-time starter next year because he's like a legitimate top 10 quarterback in this league, in my opinion. And there are certainly some teams who could use his services. Even though playoff Colbert is a different animal compared to regular season Colbert, I still would not trust him if I was the Raiders. And had he not gotten hurt, I would be a lot more confident that we were going to win. Third and 2, I think he got it. Imagine if the Raiders make this 10-0. Eddie Small to the Steam. The Steamers would be a great fit. Oh, it's intercepted! Right when we're talking good about him. Xavier slap him cheeks with the INT. But yes, the Steamers would be a good fit because they don't really have his quarterback. I'm sorry, Will Duvall is not the man. I mean, Duvall didn't play terribly this year, but Eddie Small would be such a massive upgrade. When you get that state cut for the 800, oh heck yeah, my guy. Small would suck at Memphis, says Toronto. But if I was Pepper Jack, I would be on the phones until I got a deal done. And I would be willing to give up the kitchen sink for Eddie Small. That's how good I think he is. Remember, Pro criticized you for having Golden State lose both playing games? Well, Pro was wrong there. I had Golden State winning last night. But I'm not that surprised. I mean, Memphis isn't that much worse than Golden State. Memphis has a better team than the Warriors. The Warriors just happen to have that Steph Curry guy who happens to be really good at basketball. I wonder how good they're going to be with an actual healthy Clay. And the Warriors might get another top pick. The Minnesota selection is only top 3 protected, so if that pick is at 4 and the Warriors don't trade it, they'll have either Jalen Green or Jalen Suggs next year. Assuming what we expect to happen will happen. Draymond sold and Ja was just clutch. Well, Ja's cold-blooded. How the hell do you announce a swim meet? Okay, I did a swim meet a couple months ago. It was very challenging. That was definitely one of the more exotic sports and tougher ones I had to do. But I had a list of promos in front of me I could always go to. And yeah, especially the longer races sucked. I also had to do track a couple times this year. Track was even worse. Track was very hard. Don't you love it when your team gets an interception in the red zone and does nothing on offense? Couldn't be us. Oh wait, it is us. Another first down for C. Bush, who's been really good today for the Raiders. They've had the ball for pretty much the entire game. I mean, they are dominating time of possession right now. Rockets and Timberwolves have made some bad trades the past few years. I mean, the Timberwolves are just a poverty organization. I feel bad for the fans of Minnesota saying this, but I feel like it would be in their best interest to probably move to Seattle. And I have a feeling that there's a more realistic shot of that happening than people think. And then the Rockets, I mean, they got absolutely fleeced in the Harden deal. At the time, I didn't really see an issue with the trade, but, I mean, they got Kelly Olynyk and swapped worse draft picks. Now, those Nets picks might be good in 5 years from now, once the Big Three is gone and they suck again. I mean, for the immediate future, that trade is rough. We have 2 bad teams whose picks could be in other teams' hands. Yeah. Like, I'm super nervous about the draft lottery for our sake, but if the team's in, like, the top 5, we have less to worry about than the Rockets and the Timberwolves because they could lose their picks, and the Thunder are probably more worried because they could, not only about their own pick, but they could gain the Houston pick. So although I'm paranoid, and I will be paranoid about it for the next month until it happens, it's late June, right? I'm pretty sure the lottery is in late June. But we have less to worry about than almost everybody else. The Magic as well, they have more to worry about because they want that Bulls pick to not move up in the top 4. Boost does up to 1 and 2, and the Rockets down to 5. As long as we pick in the top 4, I really won't be that upset. And there's pretty much a 50-50 shot of that. If we fall to 6, I mean, that'd be a disaster. But I just want either Cade, Mobley, or one of the 2 Jalen's. That's all I want. If we drop down to 4, I really would not be that upset. God damn, these guys continue to torch us. I think that was Gregory Chance who made that play. Remember when Octi hated the Harden deal for Brooklyn? I didn't hate it for them. I didn't love it, but I don't think I hated it. But I think we all kind of underestimated that James Harden can actually play winning basketball when he wants to. If you get pick 5 for the 3rd year in a row, that'd be funny. You don't want below pick 5 because there's a massive drop after the top 5 players. You can make an argument there's a massive drop off after the top 4 players in the class because Jonathan Kuminga is just a question mark, which is why I really want to be in the top 4. No matter what you do, you won't be mad. But what if you have the first pick and you guys pick like Jalen Johnson? Would you be mad? I'd be mad. The grade you gave for the Nets for that trade was yuck. Okay, maybe I did really hate it. Huh. I mean, I knew I was critical of James Harden, but geez, I didn't realize I was that critical. And also for the Rockets in that trade, they could have had Caris LeVert. Why did they want Victor Oladipo more than Caris LeVert? That makes, like, no sense. Some swim lingo. My coach put the fist hand for most of your time. You were freaking out and going way faster. Got cut by 19 seconds. Well, I don't know what that means, but congratulations if it's good and sorry if it's bad. One player you don't want us to get is Kuminga because he's way too raw. Yeah, but it's not like you guys are going to win anytime soon, so maybe drafting a raw player isn't the end of the world. I mean, you guys have a lot of young talent, but other than SGA, is anyone on that team going to be a future All-Star? I mean, it's possible somebody could develop, but I don't know how likely it is. So I feel like Kuminga's a lock to go with the 5th pick, because the top 4 guys are clearly going to go in the top 4. And then there's a gap, and then there's Kuminga, and then there's everybody else. Still have the Nets GM for giving you guys Jarrett Allen. What did the Cavs give up in that trade? I don't remember. Because that wasn't the Kevin Porter Jr. trade. Kevin Porter Jr. was not in that deal. So, I totally forget what you guys gave up. But that's a pretty good value getting Jarrett Allen. Poku's a future All-Star. Well, I don't know how likely it is with either of those guys. I mean, maybe Poku. I don't think Moses Brown's going to be an All-Star, no. Poku, probably not, but I guess there's a chance. But there isn't anyone other than SGA who you're like, in my opinion, who you're like, yeah, they're a future stud. I mean, there are players who are going to be good for a while. I mean, Lou Dort is really good, but I don't think he's going to be a multi-time All-Star. No, I think the Kevin Porter Jr. trade was separate. I think that was after the Harden deal. Or maybe it was before. I don't remember exactly, but I don't think it was the same trade. The Bucks first round pick? Yeah, that's nothing, because Milwaukee's good. Octi grades of a Harden deal in the NBA tab. Oh dear. I'm a little bit scared to look. Rockets, A++. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of pluses. Can I switch the Nets and the Rockets trade? Yeah, I whiffed on that. I'll admit it. I underestimated what James Harden could do. Pacers and Cavs I got right, though. At least there's that. Because the Wizards are just poverty. I'm not going to disagree with you there. They are kind of poverty. If the Raiders find a way to score on this drive, that'd be pretty embarrassing. Gregory Trance has nearly 80 yards in the first half. Jared Allen's better than Andre Drummond. Who thinks otherwise? Other than Laker fans. There's Seabush. They're going to call time and kick a field goal here, I have to assume, right? They called a timeout with 1 second left. That could have been bad. I feel like Madden's trying to help the Raiders today. Usually Madden's helping me. Oh, they missed? I wasn't even looking at the screen. Did he miss the kick? Hold on, let me go back in the stream. Did he miss it? Yeah, he missed it. Okay, 10-7. Going into halftime. We have 1 rushing yard. Oh my gosh. We have 1 rushing yard. That's embarrassing. 1 rushing yard the entire game. It's not like we don't have a good running back. We have Dalvin Cook. Jeez. I know the Raiders have had the ball like the entire game, but still, good lord. 1. How many carries does he have? Oh, great. This glitch. Oh. Well, I guess we can't sim at any point. So we better hope the game remains close, which I think it will. Warner Thunder fan at first, KD fan, but then he was a snake and left. Didn't know Octi had Devin Singletary. Hey, Devin Singletary was good this year. Give him credit. I know he sucked in the playoff game. Well, Devin Singletary's team won. So maybe that means Dalvin's team will win too. But we've barely given Dalvin the ball. I mean, still... Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. So I guess that glitch is gone. He has 2 carries for 1 yard. That's 0.5 yards per carry, which is really bad. But we've also given him 2 carries, so I can't get too mad. Hey, he's up to 5. Progress. That's all we need. Progress.
It's now 2nd and 6. Juju Smith-Schuster. That's good. 4A. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now he's up to 6. Goals top 8 in the state this year. Well, I hope you get it, my guy.
36-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. Phil with a dot for Christian Kirk. Phil has not been bad today. He hasn't... Oh my goodness! Was he not down? Huh? What just happened? Was he not tackled? I'm flabbergasted. How did that work? Okay, maybe Madden does not want Lucario to win. He was on top of the defender. He was never down. He was never down. That's a clean touchdown. When he fell on top of a Raiders defender. Meaning he's not down. Wow, okay. Good call indeed by the ref. Unlike, that's like the Miles Jack play in the AFC Championship a few years back, but this time the refs got it right. Jags were going to win that game too. Can rookies get dev-ups in Madden? I think they can. I know in the past they were able to. I'm pretty sure they still can in 21. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think of an example where that happened, and I can't really think of one. But I'm pretty sure they can. Shades of NCAA 14. Don't compare the two. That's offensive to NCAA 14. I think normal dev rookies can, but hidden can't. I feel like they would all be able to, or none would be able to, though. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like that'd be weird. Could have had a Super Bowl of Nick Foles and Blake Bortles. The quarterbacks in that set of conference championship games were Tom Brady, Nick Foles, Blake Bortles, and Case Keenum. What an odd grouping. Need B-Wags to turn into OFL 20 B-Wags. That'd be pretty nice. And that works too. Eddie Small is 16 of 18. That's rather impressive. One is not like the other. What, that Blake Bortles has won 66% of his playoff games? And none of the other four have probably won that high of a percentage? And in saying that, Tom Brady probably has, but we're going to say Tom Brady's better than Blake Bortles, or we're going to say Blake Bortles is better than Brady. I'm stupid. Oh, what a punt! Down at, like, the 6. I was about to say we were in safety territory, but now I don't really think we're in safety territory. You're talking about the other AFC quarterback? Well, yeah, you have 3 scrubs and Blake Bortles. Wouldn't Blake Bortles be the odd man out? Here comes Juju to the 48. Boo-boo Schuster. Wasn't the Bortles pick a reach when they picked him? Yeah, that was completely out of left field. That was the Johnny Manziel year where everybody thought Johnny Manziel was going to go super high. I think that was the first year I ever did like mock drafts and stuff. And I wondered why people like Odell Beckham and Mike Evans went so high when nobody talked about them in January, because I didn't realize Combine was that important. Oh dear, that was the year we picked Ebron. I was in tears when we picked Ebron. I was so mad. And I was right to be mad, because that ended up being bad. Raiders versus the Diablos. Indeed, 2 of the funner names to say. Juju to the 9s. Darius Smith is hurt. That is significant. How have you never been mad with a pick? I've been mad countless times with picks. A lot of the time I've been wrong, but a lot of them, like Ebron and like Jelani Tavai, there's another good example, I was right. But I was mad about Taylor Decker. I was wrong there. I was mad about Ragnow. I was definitely wrong there. I don't think I've ever been mad at any of our second round picks, which is odd because in the past decade, we've sucked drafting in the second round. How many Pistons picks have I been mad about? I didn't love the Luke Kennard pick because I really wanted Donovan Mitchell. The guys I really wanted there were Mitchell, John Collins, and OG Anunoby, who all would have been better than Luke. Not that Luke is bad, but the 3 guys I wanted all ended up being better. The next 9 players he took after Gilbert were Pro Bowlers. Well, Eric Ebron should have an asterisk because he's like a one-time Pro Bowler. Love the Geis pick. I would have been thrilled with Geis in the first round that year. The guys I really wanted in the first round that year were Harold Landry and Darius Geis. And we picked Ragnow, and I was mad. You hated the Jelani Tavai pick. I've never hated our second round picks other than Jelani Tavai. That's the only one I've hated. But other than that, I've mostly been always really happy. I was pretty excited when we picked Amir Abdullah. I was thrilled when we got Tease Tabor. I was happy with Carrion. I was happy with Smith. I was happy with Wuzurike this year. I was really excited when we got Ashawn Robinson. Kyle Van Noy I was happy about. And for the most part, all of those picks have sucked. Except for that the jury is still out on Swift and Wuzurike. Burkan Zebron had a Mickey Mouse Pro Bowl season, indeed.
The pass complete to Irv Smith Jr. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Oh my, what a play by Ayuk! Raiders have had a lot of injuries today. They've been unlucky. But the Raiders pretty much have to score here or else they are in trouble. You took Justin Gilbert over Aaron Donald. Yeah, that is pretty sad. I mean, we picked Ebron over Aaron Donald, but at least Ebron's a competent NFL player, even though I don't like the guy. At least he's a competent football player. Kind of mad about the Deron Payne pick because he wanted Vita Vea. Wasn't Vita Vea the pick before, though? I could be... Maybe he wasn't. I'm pretty sure they were right next to each other. I forget the order, but, I mean, both of them have clearly been good. So I guess Washington really could not have gone wrong either way. Detroit sports teams equals sadness, yeah. Although I will say I have more optimism this year than in a while. Not with the Tigers, though. The Tigers are now a disaster. But the other two, I do. You also wanted Derwin. How did Derwin fall that year? That made no sense. Ebron is a competent tight end, except when it comes to the tight end part. He's a good tight end, but he can't catch. He can't really run routes, and he can't block. Glad you didn't get Derwin. I would choose Derwin over Deron Payne. I mean, I guess Derwin can't really stay healthy, but maybe if he was somewhere else, maybe he'd have more luck.
A pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Now it seems like the offense is starting to slow down, but an overall good third quarter for the Diablos. Phil Chippendale has been awesome today. I gotta give him credit. Never disliked a first-round pick of the Panthers. Have made and liked most of the second-round picks. That's pretty remarkable that you guys have never been mad at a pick your team has made. I mean, I guess Washington and Carolina have not made any outlandish first-round picks as of recent, or at least outlandish at the time. I mean, Dwayne Haskins was a disaster, but at the time, that looked genius. Derwin would be dead by now. Well, the Chargers are more unlucky with injuries than most. Dalvin Cook still has 7 rushing yards. How does that happen? I mean, I get that Phil has been great today, but Dalvin has 7 yards. Only time you remembered being mad was when you picked Ward over Chubb. If I was a Browns fan that year, I would have been so livid. I mean, Denzel Ward over Bradley Chubb didn't really make sense at the time. And now, wait, did we catch that? I'll get back to my point in a second. Holy cow. How did that happen? That was like tipped. That should have been intercepted. I think it was tipped in the air and caught by someone who is 5'6". What? We gotta look at this one again. That was right in number 30's hands. How? No, it is not a sim time yet because it is still a 2-score game. But as I was trying to say, that 2018 first round for the Browns, in my opinion, looked very dumb at the time. The Ward over Chubb didn't really make much sense. I guess now you can't really go wrong either way, and obviously you guys know my opinion on Baker at the time, which was wrong, I'll admit. McCaffrey, Brown, Moore, in recent history, only bad one was Vernon Butler. I mean, the Panthers have drafted well. Brian Burns was a grand slam as well. I mean, you guys have drafted well, but haven't been able to put it together yet. Now you look dumb for thinking that. Like, Jesus, Nick, why are you... Well, everyone thought that was kind of dumb at the time. Not that Denzel Ward was a bad prospect, but... I mean, Chubb and Garrett would have been nasty. Took Ogba over Chris Jones in 2016. Yeah, that's... I mean, Ogba was really good last year. Not in Cleveland, but... He was still pretty good last year for Miami. Thoughts on the Baker pick, thoughts on the Harden trade. I have my hits and I have my misses. Those were misses, okay? I also said Luka Doncic was the next NBA superstar, and that was right. So, I was right about Luka. Who got that sack? It says Okuda. I wasn't really looking at the screen, so I couldn't really tell who. Going back in the stream, it looks like it was Myles Garrett. Why are you in the wild card when you clinch? Clinch what? I am confusion. Thank God you picked Garrett over Mitch. Well, nobody thought you guys were going to pick Mitch. And for your sake, that obviously was the wrong decision because you could have the MVP. And the 2018 draft was a slam dunk, even though I graded it like a D. Whenever I give A+, though, in draft grades, I'm usually right. So I'll give myself credit again. Everyone hated the 2017 Saints class. I gave that an A+, and that was probably the best draft class for one individual team in the past, like, 10 years. So, I gotta give myself credit where credit is due. We were 10-6, and we got the 3 seed. So, that's why we're playing in the wild card round. We won the division, but the only team in the AFC who got a first-round bye was the Jaguars. First and goal, Raiders punch it in. They have to give a 2-point conversion here if they go for it, which they could wait. I would probably just rip the Band-Aid off now and go for 2 if they're not. I guess that adds to the suspense because it's still technically a 1-score game, so I guess that makes things a little bit more interesting. Trae Young better than Luka Doncic. Didn't Luka Doncic just win his playoff game just now? Yeah, that's the Doncic we all know and love. Mayfield, Ward, and Mr. Nicholas Chubb. What's good, Wesley? Welcome to the stream, my guy. How are you doing today? This is a random thought, but does Jim Tomsula have a job? That's a really good question. Why did they fire him after 1 year? I mean, I get he clearly wasn't all that good. I have no idea. That's a really good question. It doesn't say he has a job now. It says last year he was the Cowboys defensive line coach. 3 years before that, he was with Washington. Oh, he's from Pennsylvania. I didn't know that. Okay, it looks like he's from Pittsburgh, so not very close by. Brian Scalabrine better than Luka? I mean, obviously, of course. Phil has more touchdowns today than incompletions. Wow. Beautiful. Does Steve Wilkes have a job? Didn't they have him as their head coach for like 8 games? I totally forgot he was a person. Steve Wilkes. I forgot didn't he coach like 8 games? I could be wrong. No, he coached the whole season. He is the Missouri Tigers defensive coordinator. It looks like he didn't coach anywhere last year. I never knew he was a Browns defensive coordinator. I guess that was the Freddie Kitchens year. Chip with that Justin Fields stat line. Huh. I mean, I guess you're technically not wrong. Is this a 2-minute warning? Oh no, the Raiders are calling their timeouts. How much longer is left? 1:48. Okay, so we're pretty much at like the 2-minute warning. Then they fired him for Cliff. For Big Cliff. Does Dalvin Cook have more than 5 rushing yards after that play? Like, good lord. We cannot run the ball at all. Colbert has never had a good defense. I mean, his run defense is pretty darn good. His pass defense has been, it's been pretty terrible today. What a punt from Johnny Hacker. Cliff is Garbo. I'm not going to disagree with that. I don't think Cliff Kingsbury's all that good. I think they will be better off without him. Fields would often have more touchdowns than incompletions, and people still thought he sucked. Why did the Bears have to be smart for once? I've always enjoyed having them in our division because they're so incompetent. Like, I remember before the draft, I was thinking, yeah, we might suck. But at this point, I would almost rather be a fan of the Lions than the Bears right now. And then the Bears go out and be smart. Not that we weren't smart, but if only the Broncos could have just picked Fields and we would not have this headache. That'd be pretty nice. Overpaid Duggar and your whole secondary is dookie water. Matt Nagy's going to ruin Fields. And for Fields' sake, I don't like it for him either because it's the Bears. And I really want to see Fields do well because I've had to defend him for the past 3 months. Reminder, Octi said Cliff... I know, I did say Cliff was going to be coach of the year last year. Yeah, I did. Oh, fumble! That's the ball game. But yeah, I thought Kyler... I had the Cardinals making the playoffs over San Francisco, which people absolutely ripped me for. The Cardinals ended up finishing higher than them. So, again, pat on the back. But I thought Kyler was going to explode. I thought Cliff was going to be the man. Didn't really happen, but... Was that B-Wags before that? Lions had a good draft. Oh, I'm excited about the Lions. It's not that I don't have hope in Detroit, but I thought the Bears were in a worse situation than us entering the draft, and now I can't really say that. Although I am happy with our future outlook. I think the new front office actually are not a bunch of complete idiots, which is rare for us. I mean, I'm used to having a bunch of complete idiots running the team. Kyler is overrated. I mean, that's fair. I don't know if I'd say he's a top 10 quarterback. We had 8 rushing yards. Oh, my God. We had 8 rushing yards the entire game. I mean, if Phil's just going to air it out like he did today, then it really doesn't matter. But, dear Lord, perfect passer rating for Phil. He was outstanding. And there were 6 incompletions the whole game. But Dalvin Cook had 10 carries. Dalvin had 9 yards, not 8. Okay, big difference. Gregory Chance was really impressive. Juju and Ayuk also have over 100 yards. We did not have Phil get sacked once. Yep, that was B-Wags who forced it all right. Recovered by Devin White. Big C got so hyped for Justin just for Nagy to ruin. I mean, if I was a Bears fan, I would have been going absolutely bonkers for good reason, which would be rare because the Bears have not made a lot of particularly smart moves in recent years. Why is B-Wags a right outside linebacker? Because Devin White's better. That's why. Devin White had like 13 tackles in this game, so yeah, he was quite good. So the Diablos will be playing the Jets in the next round. And the Dolphins and Cougars, winner of this game, will be getting a free trip to the AFC Championship. Because, I'm sorry, Jacksonville, but it's an RMP team. They're not going anywhere in the playoffs. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. That's not what I want. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri has selected 2, but Siri's random number between 1 and 2 earlier was closer to 1, so I'll do it one more time. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Okay, Siri is insistent about 2, so we'll use the Cougars. He's an Ohio State and Bears fan. Wow, so he has extra reason to be happy. We want Chicago. Diablo's rushing game is... Well, I'm not worried about the rushing game. Dalvin Cook's been out for a while, and we just had an off day. But, yeah, 8 rushing yards as a team is pretty bad. Do the Cougars have any cool jersey combos? No. Do we want to go home? Away? Do we want all white, all blue? Yeah, these are actually sick. My vote is for the all blue. Definitely. B-Wags is not better than Devin White in this game, no. B-Wags had a nice forced fumble, but Devin White also had like 13 tackles, I think a few for a loss, had the fumble recovery. Another vote for all blue. Yeah, we want the all blues. These are really good. Superstars and Superstar X Factors. We have Jaire Alexander, Joey Bosa, Deion Jones, Riley Painter, Aaron Rodgers, Jose Morales, Joe Mixon, Ryan Ramczyk, Tremaine Edmonds, Eddie Jackson, Harold Landry, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Dante Jackson, Sean Murphy-Bunting, Corey Littleton, Daniel Romer III, and Melvin Ingram. Okay, I just want to check one thing. I assume Aaron Rodgers is listed as the starter, but I want to make sure because I can't edit the Dolphins depth chart since we're not using them. Okay, good. Is Painter still on IR? Did RSV ever cut anyone? Because I guess Painter is still on IR. If RSV cut someone, then I can do that. I'm pretty sure he did. Well, he didn't cut anybody in the cuts tab, but I feel like he said something. Here, I'll check for a quick second. If it doesn't say anything, I guess I'll just keep him on. Yeah, there's only been one mention of Painter's name in the Discord in the past month. They might have 52 players. If they have 53, we'll start the game. People will be talking about Kelly Oubre, but what about Jaire Alexander? No, they have 53. Yeah, I don't see... I feel like RC mentioned something at some point in a stream. I just don't remember. But, I mean, he's not the starter anyway, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Aaron Rodgers, worse than Daniel Romer, worse than Painter. Because Riley Painter is superior! Superior at having a nice depth trait. Look at that comparison between Chase Winovich and Joey Bosa. Winovich had like 2 tackles. Ooh, it's a night game. I don't think we've seen many night games so far. I know the Thunderbird Rams game was at night. Rodgers worse than Romer, worse than Painter, worse than Keaton. Facts. Wasn't A-Rod just on the Ravens? Yeah, A-Rod was on the Ravens and he was traded to Miami because the Dolphins needed a quarterback and the Ravens didn't. Riley Painter is amazing at getting injured. That's true. That's definitely true. Dolphins starting with the football, so we get to see Aaron Rodgers out first. I can't look at him wearing the number 6. That just feels wrong. That just feels wrong. Peterman better than Paint? Well, of course, Peterman's a GOAT. Tyra washing machine better than Painter. If you get it, you get it. Boomy could have had Keith, and Boomy had Rodgers, and then he turned that into Dak Prescott, who's not been good since the trade. I don't know how Boomy passed on this elite Canadian prospect for Justin Herbert. That still shocks me. I mean, if Keith Priolio was not Canadian, then I wouldn't really care. But Boomy could have had him right in his lap. Make him 12. I want him. There's a part of me that wants to. Painter might be 12, though. I don't remember. That's a guess. Joe Mixon better than Mickey Henry. Well, didn't Mickey Henry just torture the Chargers defense the other day? Boomy really screwed the dog. I don't know if that's like a reference or something, because I've never heard screwed the dog. That's a new one. I'm also an uncultured soul, so that might be it too. Rodgers, a deep shot. He caught that. Wow. To the 3-yard line. Mark Andrews. Holy smokes. Rodgers just said, screw it. I'm going to heave it up and hope I get lucky. That was almost like the Fitzpatrick play against the Raiders this year, but without the face mask. So pretty much it was nowhere near as cool as the Fitzpatrick play. That was also in the fourth quarter, I think, with like a minute left. So I don't even know why I compared them, but oh well. Keith Pringles, worse than Russian Rocket. Keith Pringles is actually kind of a good nickname for him, I'm not even going to lie. Touchdown for Jose Morales.
The kicker on for the extra point. His kick is good.
Nick Chubb better than loser Derrick Henry. I'm pretty sure if Derrick Henry saw that, he could just stiff arm you into outer space. I'm pretty sure you have picks 9 and 20. Well, you're going to have to trade for picks 4 and 6. So then you can have 4 and 20 and 6 and 9. You got to do it for the memes. If it means giving me Wally and Keaton, then you're going to have to do it. You had to leave. Did you lose? Yes, you guys did end up losing. You only lost by 8, but Phil Chippendale absolutely torched you guys. But on the bright side, you guys also allowed 8 rushing yards. So if that makes you feel any better, then yeah, Dalvin Cook had 9 rushing yards against you guys. Oh dear, Joey Bosa is going to the locker room. Uh-oh. Trade Machoke for pick 4. That would be a wise idea. Raiders are disappointing even in the OFL. I think if your name is Raiders, you just have to always be disappointing.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line. Joe Mixon on the carry. The tackle
Not even going to scout?
7-yard line.
So you're going to be like the real-life Raiders again.
Second and 6.
I'm sorry, I had to. I had such an easy joke there. Now Christian Wilkins is hurt. Dolphins have not gotten lucky with the injuries so far today. They've already had like 3 guys get hurt. Okay, he's only on the sideline, so he's fine. Going to delete your trade offer if you keep calling Mahomes Machoke. Cardinals have a real head coach, so they're succeeding. Maybe that's true.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line. Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
2nd and 8. Ooh, nice play. To the 25 by whoever that is. Have we watched the Cougars this year? I don't know if we... Oh, yeah, we did against Baltimore, and Baltimore, like, pummeled them. That was the last time the Ravens were good. Then they traded Justin Herbert away, and then it's completely crashed and burned in Baltimore since. Romer, a deep shot to the end zone. Chicago quickly ties it. Jimmy Conley, the first-round rookie. So it looks like we're going to have ourselves another offensive showdown today. DR3 and A-Rod, both with long passes that have worked. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Cougars trying to destroy Old Man Rogers so they can get Painter. Some Painter. Wait, hold on. Let me read that whole thing. Cougars trying to destroy Old Man Rogers so they can get some of Painter. Oh, a different type of Cougar? I don't get it. Again, I'm uncultured, so that's probably why. You just hope both teams have fun in this game. That's a good way to look at it. As long as everybody has fun and everybody has a participation medal at the end, then who cares who won, right? Jose Morales with open rushing room. He gets it to the 35. Miami's moving it again. No signs of defense today. Are we watching the Pro Bowl or are we watching the OFL playoffs? Cougars are older women that go out. Yeah, I know that. What, Painter going after Rogers' job? Okay, I guess I kind of get it now. Now Mark Andrews is hurt. Jeez, the Dolphins have continuously gotten screwed with injuries all day. Is he going to the locker room? No, okay, he's fine. But Miami's had like 4 injuries already. Second and 10 for A.A. Ron. Short throw for not Andrews. I thought that was Mark Andrews, but it's not because he's hurt. You're going to name your kids after James Karinchak. So what, is the first one going to be James and the second one be Karinchak? First quarter in the books. Tied at 7. It's been all offense, no defense at all. Dolphins are very close to the end zone. They're going to try to take the lead. And they will not have that play. Second and goal. Phil. Aaron, why did I say Phil? I'm used to Phil throwing touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers gets the touchdown. But there's a flag. Who will lose this game more? Which defense is going to suck more? That's pretty much the question. Orlando Brown holding. Ouch. That brings him back to the 15. Still second down, but that could cost them some points. Yeah, that's going to cost them at least 4 points. Jay Landry. Who's Jay Landry? They don't have Jarvis Landry on their team. Who is Jay Landry on the Dolphins? Imagine if the game cut Jarvis Landry again. That'd be funny. They can't, but that'd be a little bit funny. So the Dolphins do get the touchdown after all. I think that's Deontay Johnson. Okay, so a holding call proves to actually not be that big of a deal.
The kick is good. Makes the score Dolphins 14, Cougars 7.
So the Dolphins now lead 14-7. I think whoever gets the first stop, and probably the only stop, might win the game. Cesar Hernandez has entered the chat. What did Cesar Hernandez... Oh, he walked it off. Okay. Fun. Hopefully Alex Snow makes his cap debut today. Well, he's on the team, so I suppose he will. Imagine telling Boomy at the beginning of the year Alex Snow is going to play a playoff game. But not for Boomy's team. Leadoff two-run blast. Well, how can it be a leadoff two-run home run if he's the leadoff hitter? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, he was... okay, I see what you're saying. He was the leadoff hitter in the lineup, but not the inning. Okay. That's why I was confused. Oh, extra innings rule. Oh, okay. I see. That makes a lot more sense. I forgot that was a thing. Still can't believe he... I feel like he kind of overhyped Alex Snow because he... I mean, he had a few good games, but he's still only like a 68 overall. But I still don't know why he cut him, though. Yeah, that doesn't really make much sense. Just because he didn't really play. It's not like he's expensive. Cougars are on the prowl. Indeed. There goes Mixon to the 40. Still no defense from either team whatsoever today. First incompletion of the game for DR3. These QB accuracies might have to go down because all these quarterbacks are going off. Except for Ben Roseman last week. Third and 3. Mixon does it again. Chicago is marching. If the Cougars can score here and not let the Dolphins take the lead before halftime, that'd be a big deal because the Cougars start the second half on offense. How do I feel about hot tub streams? I literally have no opinion because I've never watched one in my life. So that's what people are into, then cool. But I don't really have an opinion. If only I had a hot tub. Auntie loves them. I'd love them if I was doing them. That'd be fun. I'm a big hot tub person. Like actually being in a hot tub, not watching someone stream in a hot tub. Remember Boomy gave you Cody Cantwell, who was 21 and went up 5. Igbo, Ferguson, and a 4 for Flowers and LeBlanc. Yeah, that's not a great deal. Oh, wow, the Dolphins stopped him. It's the first drive all game that has not resulted in a touchdown. Pretty remarkable. Watched 2 minutes of one and it was so boring. Well, maybe the person was just boring. Don't even stream in a hot tub, they stream in kiddie pools. Well, that's weird. Why would you want to stream in a kiddie pool when you can do it in a hot tub? I mean, a grown adult being in a kiddie pool isn't relaxing because that's like 1 foot tall of water and it's not warm. It's just that you're sitting in shallow water. I mean, that might feel fine, but isn't the whole point of a hot tub stream to feel like super comfortable? Basically, people simping over a chick who is half naked in a hot tub. Well, of course, that's obviously why half the people are watching. Unless it's a dude, then those same dudes are going to be simping for a half-naked dude. Person you watched is poverty, so what, Nick? You watch non-poverty hot tub streamers? 3rd and 3, another dot from A-Rod. It's to make money? Well, yeah, I don't think they're going to be... Imagine, like, some random kid with, like, 3 followers doing one. I mean, credit to him, but... I guess most of the popular, and so, yeah, they're going to get big money. You don't watch any? Are you sure about that? What if this is secretly a hot tub stream after all, and I found the nearest hot tub and brought my TV and my PlayStation over to it? Now I just need to access the face cam, and now you guys will know I'm not lying. Down to 50-ish seconds and 1 timeout. Has the Cougars' defense had a single good play all game? I genuinely don't think they've had a single good play. How did that take 20 seconds off the clock? Yikes. They have to kick a field goal here, right? I mean, you could take 1 shot for the end zone. Knowing Madden, I think they're just going to take the points now. Yeah, I don't fully blame them. Do the Dolphins get the ball? No, I think the Cougars do. Because the Dolphins had that, like, 45-yard pass to Mark Andrews, which was one of the first plays of the game. So I think the Cougars do. So the Dolphins lead by 7, mainly because they've had an extra possession. But this first drive of the second half will be very telling. If the Cougars don't get a touchdown, they could be in trouble because it doesn't seem like they're going to be stopping the Dolphins' offense anytime soon. So Chicago just has to keep scoring touchdowns and try to make sure they get the ball last. DR3 time! I mean, the main story has been how good Aaron Rodgers has been, but DR3 is also kind of cooking. In his first playoff game, the 2 rookies in their first playoff games, Keith and Daniel Romer III, both look really good. Keith might have been a little bit better, but DR3 is 8 of 9, 123 yards and a touchdown. That's not bad at all. He's just got unlucky that his defense has been really, really bad. Romer is sacked. Adonis Sims on first down. Okay. Pass coverage needs to go up. Yeah, the QB accuracy needs to go down as well, but the pass coverage should probably go up. I agree with that. So after the wild card stream, I guess at the end of today, I can make some changes. So does run block. No, run blocking is already on 100. I would totally move it up if I could, but I'm pretty sure both run blockings are already on 100. Watch DR3 get hurt like RG3 and ruin his career. Yeah, but like, Unless it's a career-ending injury. Are career-ending injuries even in Madden anymore? I know they were a few years back. I don't, but like a long-term, like an Achilles tear, that's a serious injury that could totally derail someone's career. But in Madden, you're just injured for a long time, you get back, and you're totally normal, which is dumb. But is pass coverage at 0? I doubt it's at 0. I mean, we can check. Wow, the Dolphins got to stop the first punt of the game. Nearly a water punt. Watch there be like no offense now in the second half. That'd be a little bit funny. After all the offense throughout the first half, if both of them just suck. If the Dolphins score here, they're in really good shape.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
There's a big first down for Jose Morales.
The ball carried by number 28. Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
Remember when a player got a serious injury, their potential will go down or if they were retired? Yeah, I feel like there needs to be something like that in Madden.
7-yard pickup.
Like, I know in MLB The Show, players retire off of serious injuries, which is good, but I feel like there should be lingering effects.
Rodgers pass. Complete.
That would be a really nice addition for the future.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Dolphins.
Like, maybe the injury rating goes down, maybe certain, like, athleticism ratings go down with a serious injury. That would make a lot of sense.
Rodgers pass. Complete to number 28.
To where it's not like, oh, he's out for a few weeks, that sucks, but then he'll be 100% squeaky clean. Another big run for Morales. He's at a big third quarter.
The running back again, the ball carrier.
Why is Jose Morales so good in watch games and so bad in sim games? I don't get it. In watch games, he's literally a machine.
And the Dolphins.
And in sim games, he sucks. Which I guess bodes well for the playoffs, since they're all watch games. Another dot from Rodgers. The Dolphins' offense clearly has not broken a sweat. Carter's, I think he was already hurt. Well, I guess he's hurt again. First and goal, Andrews not quite, but he's close.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Mark Andrews. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Miami is inching their way towards the end zone. If they can make it a 2-score lead, they'll be in a really good spot. Not on that play. Now, even if they only kick a field goal, it would still be a 2-score game, technically.
Short of the goal line.
Stopped them. Wow. That's a big play. They could still kick the field goal. They'll still be up by 10.
Brought down back at the
But that is a really big play for the Cougars.
The field goal is good.
I don't think this is a terrible scenario for the Dolphins because had they like been stopped at the 1, they could have gone for it and missed it. Twins are 0-8 in extra innings apparently. Jeesh. They might have a worse record than us right now. I mean, we've been playing really good as of late, but
First down and 10.
do they have a worse record in baseball?
24-yard line.
And you guys were saying they sucked as a franchise team. They have a worse record than us. Our run differential was like doubly worse than theirs. But yeah, they have the worst record in all the major leagues right now.
Number 28, Joe Mixon, the ball carrier. Maurice Hurst on the tackle.
They do. Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? I mean, they are miles more talented than us, the Pirates, the O's, the Rockies, the Rangers. That doesn't make sense. I mean, baseball's weird. Any team can win any game. But that still just doesn't make sense.
First and 10 at the 36.
They do not suck as a franchise team. I was right about that. Third quarter of the books. The Dolphins are in control. They lead 20-10. The Cougars have to score on this drive or else I really can't see them winning. Rockies might be a game worse. No, it looks like the Rockies are half a game ahead of them. I mean, the Rockies still completely suck. But Minnesota has the worst record in the majors through the first month and a half of the year. That is remarkable. I am not still very wrong. I am right. The Twins would have been a good franchise team. In what way are they a bad team to use for a rebuild? They were never how is that not intercepted? The Twins were never that close to a World Series. They've not won a playoff game in like 20 years. And they're kind of an older team. Even though they were good last year, that doesn't mean they're a bad choice. Oh my goodness, what a play by Joe Mixon. Wow, okay. Chicago's back in it. Not that they were ever really out of it, but they still have not been able to stop the Dolphins' offense at all today. But they're only down by 3. This is a little bit of a different scenario than the first game because even though like we were up and Phil Chippendale was playing really well, Aaron Rodgers was playing really well, but we could not run the ball at all, and the Dolphins can. So they're in a better position to chew clock than we were. Now we obviously still won, but I would have a lot more confidence in this rushing offense based on how Jose Morales has been all day. The defenders, yeah, there were like 3 guys. They all ran into each other. I mean, that was also a nice play by Mixon, but the Dolphins easily should have had him. Did he go out of bounds? He did not. It looked like he kind of did. Another decent run for Morales. He gets about 6 more. Or 5. But they just have to keep feeding him the ball. I know Aaron Rodgers has been a machine today, but just feed Morales and get out the way. Isn't Morales? Yeah, Morales is a stud and watched, and he's terrible in sim. Which, for the playoffs, is not bad for the Dolphins. Because now, for the rest of the season, it doesn't matter how good you are in a sim game. 3rd and 1, he got it, and more. Wow, it looked like he was barely going to get that, and then he turned that into like an 8-yard gain. Was that Chiz? No, that was Morales who played really well against us. And then a couple weeks ago against the Chargers, I think his rushing numbers were low, but he also had like 2 receiving touchdowns or something. He might have had a rushing touchdown too, so he's been really good in watch games. And today, he's been electric. Which your team gave your running back the ball and get out the way. Well, unlike you guys, the Dolphins actually had the passing game. You guys did not last week. I think teams view Aaron Rodgers differently than they do Ben Roseman. So 3rd and 6. If the Dolphins don't get this, that'd be a really big deal. And they do get it. They get about 11. The Cougars still cannot get a stop to save their lives. Was their defense this bad in the regular season? I know in the one watch game against the Ravens, their defense was terrible. But no, let's trust Ben Roseman. Andrews is indeed beasting. Even though he got hurt earlier in the game, clearly that has not been an issue for him. Another good throw. And as the Dolphins move down the field, not only are they chewing clock, but a touchdown probably ends it. If the Dolphins score a touchdown, I can't see the Cougars getting 10 points. Morales gets it to the 4. He's now over 100 yards on the day. Imagine if Keaton was playing the whole game. I feel like for the memes, I want to say that Keaton would have actually won it for the Thunderbirds, but when he wasn't, he also had a lot of really bad throws. So, I mean, Roseman wasn't even that terrible. He had the one pick six, but another touchdown for Jose Morales. That might do it. The Cougars could not stop Morales or Rogers at all. Now that the Dolphins are up by 10, Chicago's in a sticky spot. Even if their offense drives down the field and scores quickly, which wouldn't be a major surprise, I don't trust them to stop Morales at all. And if the Dolphins were to hypothetically throw it, I don't trust them to stop Rogers either. Well, Madden's really going to have to pick RSV or RMP to win a playoff game. Two of Madden's least favorite coaches going head-to-head to see who makes the AFC Championship. Madden just might make both teams lose. Jose proving that that fourth pick was worthwhile. I mean, that was a surprise at the time, but he has clearly made it worth today. It's not yet a sim. It's still a two-score game. But if, like, the Dolphins were to get the ball back and the Cougars were, like, out of timeouts or something, then we would start simming. But Chicago's offense is still doing really well. It's just that their defense could not stop a fly. Or maybe it's just that Miami's offense has been that good. It's probably a little bit of both. Because Jose Morales has had a few really nice runs because of him and not because the defense has sucked. But the defense has not done themselves any favors. Cougars score here, get an onside kick. I guess that's their only hope. Which I suppose is possible, but also quite unlikely. There's a nice first down. I think Cole Beasley's on this team. I'm pretty sure it's Beasley. Down to a minute and a half. A big sack for Harold Landry. That's going to take a lot of time off the clock. And the Cougars can't really call their timeouts because they have to probably chew clock. So they don't want to use these timeouts unless they absolutely have to. Which they might start needing to soon. 3rd and 4. They bring it to the 11. Daniel Romer III continuing his exceptional playoff debut. I mean, the story has been the Dolphins' offense today, but DR3 has been exceptional. You don't have to do scouting because you don't have any picks. No, I'm going to make you scout anyway. I'm kidding. That'd be weird. Imagine if I made people scout even if they didn't have picks. I mean, there's no way for me to make people scout at all anyway. Mixon fights his way in. It didn't look like he was in at first, but yeah, I guess he was never down. 2 receiving touchdowns for Joe Mixon. Now there's only 30 seconds left. So, if the Cougars don't get an onside kick, even if they did get a stop, they just have to lob up a Hail Mary pretty much. Alright, this is probably the game, the onside kick. And the Dolphins have no issues picking it up. So now the Cougars' best case scenario is like 15 seconds and a Hail Mary. That's really their only hope. But their run defense has not been good at all today, so I would be surprised if they got the ball back. Okay, they did something there. Imagine if they did recover that onside kick. And they have all 3 timeouts, so a field goal would be fairly likely. Because they need, like, what, 20 yards and 3 timeouts? Wow, Jose Morales loses, like, 4. If you're the Dolphins, you can't get cute. You just have to run the ball again. You have to make them use the timeout. It looks like they are going to run it. They should. They're not going to get the first down, but you can't get comfortable. You just feed the ball to Morales. Oh, he might get it. He didn't get it, but the Dolphins can kick a field goal now. Or they could go for it. They are going to go for it. I think this is probably the right call. A field goal would be kind of pointless. And they're going to not give it to him. Wow. Okay. That was close. That was really close. So now the Cougars are going to get a Hail Mary. With 10 seconds, they need a 66-yard touchdown. So pretty much like a 75-yard pass in the air. Or that. Yeah, they're not going to run another play. Wow, quite the game, but Miami is moving on. All three Florida teams are still alive. Because the Bucs won their first game, and the Jags had a first-round bye. So the three Florida teams are still alive. Now, that won't be the case after the divisional round, since Miami's headed up to Jacksonville. They would have had one play regardless. Yeah, not getting that first down at the end for the Dolphins really didn't matter. It's pretty much they would have it at the 33, or they'd have it probably at like the 20 or inside the 20. Both quarterbacks were really good. Daniel Romer III had a perfect passer rating. Aaron Rodgers did not, although you could argue Rodgers was a little bit better. I mean, they were pretty even. They were both outstanding. Jose Morales went off, 22 carries, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. Joe Mixon, for his standards, a little bit quiet. I mean, not bad, but it's Joe Mixon. You'd hope he did a little bit better. He did have a big game in the air. Okay, I guess that's true. Mark Andrews was really good. What happened to Joey Bosa, though? Because he got hurt very early and went to the locker room, and he never returned. That's 3 quarterbacks in the wildcard round who had a perfect passer rating. Yeah, that's too many. We probably won't have one in this last game, though, because Deshaun Watson sucks in Madden Sim, and Carson Wentz has been very on and off this year. But that's still a little bit too many. Okay, what happened to Bosa? Oh, he's fine. Okay. So Joey Bosa will be back next week for Jacksonville. Does the playoff bracket, like, update? No. But we know Miami's playing Jacksonville, and we know the Diablos are playing the Jets. Okay, what are the pass coverage sliders at? I'm not going to change it until the divisional round. The pass coverage is on 9. That feels awfully low. And 20. For the Jag series, my pass coverage sliders are in the 90s. So, but yeah, the run blocking sliders are at 100. I know that was another point of emphasis, but yeah, those are as high as I can get them. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri chooses 1. I think that would be Columbus. Finally, is this the Dolphins' first playoff win? I guess it is, yeah, because they lost for 1 year against the Raiders. Oh, I guess this is the Dolphins' first playoff game of OFL 20. 21, not 20. Watched Wentz is pretty good. But, unfortunately, no, we don't want the Bulldogs. We want the Caps. Unfortunately for Todd Gurley, he's not playing Dallas, so he can't run for another 250 yards. Alright, Jax, what jerseys would you like to wear? You could go away, you could go home, all white, or all blue. 3 for 3 on the AFC. Wow. I might have went 3 for 3 too. I think I've gotten both NFC games wrong, though. Which one did you go with last time? Which jersey combo? I have no clue. When's the last time we watched the Caps? Let me see here. Was the last time we watched them that game against Dallas? The second game against Dallas? What week was that? That was week 15. The Caps were all whites. All whites again? Now we need the Caps to lose because they didn't pick all blues. What was the final score of Mexico City, Vegas? I think it was 28-20. But I'll double check. Yeah, 28-20. All 5 games have been within 2 scores. We have not had a single sim. That's interesting. How many sims did we have last year in the playoffs? I don't remember. But we did not have many sims this year. We had a lot of sims early, but not as many recently. Specifically this year, which means the sliders are working for the most part. The offenses feel a little bit too overpowered, but that's better than it was in the past, because the early seasons it felt like the offenses weren't good at all. You guessed 27-4. Did I guess the scores, or did I just guess the winners? No, I just guessed the winners. So that means I'm 100% right, because I didn't get anything wrong. Yeah, I got all the AFC games right. But if London wins, I'll get all the NFC games wrong. I really picked the Jaguars to beat the Thunderbirds. What a bad prediction. Why did I think Ben Roseman was going to win 3 playoff games, and why do I think RMP is going to win 3 playoff games? Like, I know the Cardinals and the Diablos were the obvious choices, but, like, those are the only ones that make... Those are ones that make the most sense. Jack's picking all white over all blues, like picking Ben Roethlisberger. Who would pick Ben Roethlisberger over Baker Mayfield in 2021? I saw something that said Juju said that Ben Roethlisberger was the best quarterback he ever played with, and people made that to be a news story. Like, how is that relevant? Like, obviously Big Ben's the best he's ever played with. The other professional quarterbacks he's played with are what? Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges? Like, obviously Big Ben would be the best. Well, other than Steelers fans, who in 2021 would pick Ben Roethlisberger over Baker Mayfield? I would pick Joe Burrow over Ben Roethlisberger. That's more so because I'm higher on Burrow than a lot of people, but...
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. Wentz's pass complete to Austin Hooper.
You picked Duck over Ben.
A gain of 6 yards.
Well, from the memes, who wouldn't pick Duck? 3rd and 2, Todd Gurley. Yeah, I think he got it. Yeah, he did. I'm curious to see how London plays, because last year when we watched them in the playoffs, they didn't really get a chance because Deshaun Watson got hurt. I think their backup ended up playing pretty good, though. But I want to see what Deshaun Watson does in Watched, because he's not good in Sim, but maybe he's that much better in Watched. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. If London wins, they play the Rams. If Columbus wins, they play Arizona. Ooh, that'd be an awesome game. I mean, I know that's been the scenario since the start of the playoffs, but a Caps-Cardinals game would be a lot of fun. That would definitely be the last game of the divisional round. You'd pick Daniel Jones. I don't know if I go that far. I mean, no, Ben was not good down the stretch last year, but I don't know if I'd choose Daniel Jones over him. Bilal Nichols with the sack. Caps are going to go for the 61-yarder. Come on, Enzo. This is your time to show why you were a first-round pick. He might have nailed that. No, not even close. Why does Enzo miss so many long kicks? This man was a first-round pick. Yeah, not particularly close. They might start past midfield, don't they? Yeah, they start at the 49. Well, oof. We get Caps Cardinals, you need EA to make Arizona win on a Hail Mary. Imagine if Nick and Jax both lose on Hail Marys to Alexei Smirnov. That'd be funny. He has not made a field goal from 40 plus and watched. That's pretty rough. What is his kick accuracy rating? It can't be that low. Here comes Zeke to the 29. One of the Offensive Player of the Year candidates. Zeke got a lot of votes. Pretty sure I voted Zeke for first place for Offensive Player of the Year. Either first or second, I don't remember. Jack's Blues, first round. No, Enzo himself, I think, was like in the 80s. But I don't remember what his kick power, I know, was like super high. It might have been 99. But I don't remember what his kick. It might have been like mid-80s. Watson kind of heaves it up, and it's intercepted by Trent Boyett. Trent Boyett is really good in watch games. He's had a few interceptions. Deshaun Watson was just kind of like, screw it, I'm going to heave it up and hope I get lucky. And he did not. Why did he make that throw? That makes no sense.
Number 30, Todd Gurley, the ball carrier.
Jax missed on his first round pick like Enzo misses his kicks. That's a good one. What's going on in the next game? How much are they up by? 15?
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
What do you mean it hasn't started? It's 8:21. ESPN is telling me the game did not start. Am I dumb? It's just starting. How? It was scheduled to start 20 minutes. I know games usually start late, but geez, 20 minutes. 3rd and 1. Nothing going there for Carson. We've had a lot of offense in the playoffs, but maybe now we're getting some defense. Ooh, nearly what a punt. Got a bad bounce, though.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Celtics Nets is like Octi. Scheduled to start at a certain time, it starts 20 minutes late. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not going to argue with that.
Ezekiel Elliott on the carry. Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Hey, today I was only like 15 minutes late. Give me credit. I've gotten better at starting closer to on time. I've gotten better. I've gotten a lot better at it. When's the last time I've started more than 20 minutes late?
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
First quarter in the books. Tied at 0. Last game we saw like 1 punt the entire game. Today we've only seen 1, but we have not seen any points yet. First down, there goes Big Zeke to the 43. Wentz is playing like buns, and I'm getting worried. Wentz is like 2 for 3. I wouldn't be worried yet. He's thrown 1 incompletion. He hasn't done anything good, but he also hasn't done really anything bad.
Intended for Ezekiel Elliott. Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Myers.
Why is Zeke so good? What is his 27? Well, Zeke's good in this game. I wonder what his rating's going to be next year. And his dev. He has to take a tank because he was not good last year. It's crazy that he's like 25 and getting worse. I saw something that said he's like, out of every active running back in the league, the only running back with more career touches than Zeke is Mark Ingram. Like, that's crazy. Zeke was just drafted like 5 years ago. And he's 2nd in touches among active running backs. And he missed time with the suspension. What was he suspended for again? I totally forget. But he missed time. If he has superstar, you're rioting. I don't blame. He's they can't give him X Factor. But I would not be that surprised if they gave him superstar, which they probably shouldn't. Oh, fumble! Bulldogs nearly turned it over again. Kimoko Toure Oh, did TJ Watt get the sack? They showed Touré's thing on the stat thing. No, that was Touré who had the sack. Okay, and then TJ Watt tackled the lineman. Hitting a woman, that's probably what it was. Now that I think about it. 2nd and 14, they make up a lot of yardage, getting 10. Zeke is definitely going to be a 99 X Factor. That would also mean DeAndre Swift's going to be a 99 X Factor. Watson's going to run for the first down. He gets it to the 11. Bulldogs are getting close. We might finally have points. They are very close. They now have a 1. London is literally right there. Watson, play action, touchdown for the Bulldogs, and they will strike first. It's Conway. Any relations to Mason? Probably not, because Mason was super pasty. That was a 14-play drive. Good Lord. That's a long drive. You really said the Caps win this game. I said, well, hold on. We're only down 7-0. But I picked the Caps to win, too, and I don't look very smart right now. I'm really going to get all the NFC games wrong. Watson or Zeke are treating your defense like Swiss cheese. I imagine there was supposed to be a cheese at the end. And if not, I'm going to be disappointed. Caps have to score here. Well, I guess they don't have to. But if they don't, they could be in a little bit of trouble. 2nd and 2. There's a nice first down for down to the Peoples Jones. Octi said the Rockets got an A+++, however many pluses on the Harden deal. The Nets got a yuck. Octi cannot be trusted with predicting things. That's fair. That's fair. You get stuff right and you get stuff wrong. Okay, you have to own up when you're wrong. I own up. I completely failed the Harden trade. Why did I think the Rockets got an A++? I get trading Harden was good, and they got something for him. Oh my! Look at this. Inside of a 4, but like, what did the Rockets get of substantial value for a superstar? Other than future, like, 2027 picks? Yeah, the Nets aren't going to be good in 2027, but like, that doesn't cut it. I don't know, I'll defend me giving the Nets a bad grade because I didn't think it was going to work out, but I don't know why I gave the Rockets such a good grade. I mean, Oladipo's cool, but, like, did he have that much trade value in December? I mean, they traded him for Kelly Olynyk at the trade deadline. So, when they could have had Karis LeVert, not that Karis LeVert would change a bunch, but I'd rather have Karis LeVert than Kelly Olynyk. Donovan Peoples-Jones ties it. Things were not looking good for the Caps, but they get on the board and they make things interesting. Get the Nets, they put 3 ball hogs. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to work at all. 3 pretty large, not only 3 ball hogs, but 3 egos. 3 very large egos. I did not think it was going to work at all, and looks like I'm going to be wrong, because I think they should be the heavy finals favorites. I can't really see anybody beating them. I can't. That should have been intercepted. Wow. That was close. That was very, very close. 2nd and 10. Watson is sacked for a loss of a lot. Columbus calls timeout. Things are really starting to shift now in favor of the Caps. Philly's defense can't guard all 3 guys. Yeah. Because I think we're going to have the Nets-Sixers conference. I think it's more likely the Sixers make the conference final than the Nets. Because the Nets have to worry about Milwaukee or Miami. I think both of those teams are definitely better than the Knicks and the Hawks. So if Philly doesn't make the conference finals, there are some serious problems. But I don't know. I just have I can't see the Nets not winning the finals. KD is as much of a ball hog as Kyrie or Harden. I mean, Harden's a good passer. It's not even that those guys are ball hogs, but they're all ball dominant. I think that's probably the better way to describe it. Because they can all pass, but they all need the ball in their hands. And I just did not think that was going to work, and I was wrong. Oh my goodness, he caught that. Is that Diggs? It is. Stephon Diggs. Holy smokes. The momentum has changed with the snap of a finger. Really want the 76ers. I just don't want the, I don't want the Nets to make it. Whether that's the Sixers or Bucks or whoever. I would prefer to not see a super team win it all. I'd love to see a small market team like Utah or Phoenix or something. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Just to show that small market teams can actually do it. Down to 20 seconds. They need a quick out route. Well, I guess that's technically a quick out route. They're going to go for the field goal now. A 53-yarder for Enzo Fungaroli. If he does not make this, we're having problems. Yeah, he drilled that. He drilled it. Enzo from 53 puts the Caps on top. That actually kind of was close. Hold on. That definitely had the distance, but that one almost went wide left. Yeah, that was close, but it went in. So the Caps will take the lead before halftime. I'm 99% sure the Bulldogs do start the second half with the ball. But unfortunately, casual NBA fans that would not care about I would love a Nuggets-Sixers final. That would be a lot of fun. Embiid versus Jokic? Yeah, I mean, some of the casuals or some of the bandwagons, or I guess lifetime Laker and Net fans would like to see their teams. I mean, for the purpose of having star power, I mean, having LeBron, AD, KD, Kyrie, and Harden on the same court would be fun. So there's one part of me that gets it, but I would also rather see the teams who are not super teams get it. For Enzo's next upgrade, you're doing accurate. That's probably wise. Watson going to lob up a Hail Mary off his back foot. Incomplete. Because number 85, whoever that may be, I believe that is Eric Ebron, decided not to lunge for the ball because he was worried he was going to drop it. Close one so far, 10-7. Not as much offense today as the other two games. So I guess that's good. Yeah, London starts with the ball. So let's see what they do. You're still getting Embiid, Jokic, Simmons, MPJ, Tobias. Exactly. I mean, that's not 5 superstars, but that's 2.5 superstars. I'm giving Simmons a half. Actually, no. 3 superstars. Ben Simmons is a superstar. I'm going to say it. Only reason why you need the Nets to win is because Harden deserves a ring. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing James Harden win a ring. I'm not rooting for the Nets. I'm rooting against them. But I wouldn't, like, be totally distraught if they won the championship. For Harden's sake, that'd be cool. But at the same time, I also don't really want to see them win because I feel like that may encourage other stars, if they're in a bad situation, to force their way out like Harden did. And I would prefer not to have that in the NBA. So I'm not rooting against the super teams because I'm jealous. I don't like having super teams in the league because I think it makes things predictable. And it gives my team less of a chance because my team is not a big market team.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mitchell, Rudy, and Conley and beating Simmons. That'd be fun. I'd love to see a team like Utah win it. Utah is one of the smallest markets in the league. They're a 1 seed, but no one's giving them their respect, myself included, because I had them losing in the 2nd round, I think. Hate being a fan of a small market team. I don't blame you, because even though the Thunder have the bajillion draft picks, even if you guys have a bunch of stars, those guys could force their way out. London is moving quickly. Zeke gets it to the 11. Booker, CP3, Ayton, Embiid, Simmons, Harris. I think if there were any team I really want to win the finals, I think I'd probably say I'm rooting for the Suns. Because they're a small market team. They have not been good in a decade, and Chris Paul gets a ring. So, I would be very happy if the Suns won it all. London back on top. Who is 15? Dobbins. It's not J.K. Dobbins, but it's someone named Dobbins. So London is back up. The Caps offense had a good final 2 possessions before halftime, though. Thunder are one of the best franchises at team building, and they don't have a ring. Yeah, ever since they moved to Oklahoma City, they've not made a lot of bad decisions. I mean, in back-to-back-to-back years, they drafted 3 MVPs. Like, they had 3 top 5 picks, I get that. But drafting 3 MVPs in consecutive years is really impressive. And even more recently, they've made the tough decisions to tear down the Russ and PG thing, which has clearly proven to be successful considering they fleeced the Clippers. I shouldn't say fleeced. I'm not ready to say that's a bad trade for the Clippers yet. But for OKC's sake, I mean, they got an absolute haul. Booker's so underrated. Love to see him win. I'd be cool with Booker winning run. I mean, Booker's not in as much of a rush as some of the older players, considering he's like... Devin Booker's like 24. He's been in the league for like 7 years. Okay, maybe he's not 24 then, but he's like 25 or 26. Like, he's still sneaky young. But like someone like Chris Paul, this might be his best chance for the rest of his career. So, if there's a time for Chris Paul to finally get one, now would be the time. But can Devin Booker be like a #1 option on a championship team? I get Chris Paul is the more valuable player, but Devin Booker is probably the better player. Book is 24. That's crazy. What a dot by Wentz! Oh my goodness! Wow! What a throw! Holy cow! Threading the needle. That was a beauty. I don't know how that worked, but that was a pretty nice throw. And Columbus, both offenses started off really slow, but now they look kind of good. Turning 25 in October. That's wild.
Number 35, the ball carrier. Jamie Collins makes the tackle.
He's in his 6th. Oh, I thought he was in his 7th. Okay. Yeah, I guess he is in his 6th, because he was drafted in 2015. 3rd and 2. Todd gets it. Todd has been very bleh today, and now I think he's injured. So now it'll be Malcolm Tremblay at running back going forward. Now, they didn't show a cutscene for Todd Gurley, so that probably means he's fine. Usually when they don't show anything, that means he's probably okay. Booker can absolutely be... I don't know, Chief. I mean, Devin Booker's never played a playoff game in his life. So, I would love to see that being the case, but I don't know if I buy that quite yet. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. If I were to pick any team to win who I'd want to win, it's probably Phoenix. But who realistically could win it? Because if I was picking any team who I'd wanted, I'd probably say Portland because I love Dame. But I don't think they realistically have a shot. Whereas Phoenix, I mean, Phoenix doesn't have a great shot, but they're a 2 seed for a reason. 3rd and 5, Malcolm Tremblay with it. That was not a great pass. Wentz kind of overthrew him. But Malcolm Tremblay, the man, the myth, the legend.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Columbus. Another carry for the running back.
London with 0 takeaways today. There have not been a lot of turnovers in any of the games. We had the Trent Boyd interception in this one. But not a ton of turnovers. Which I think goes to the quarterbacks being too OP.
The running back, again the ball carrier.
Tremblay with another nice run. He's had a better game than Gurley has. 3rd and 3. Carson. Incomplete. They're going to go for it. Wow. I thought they'd kick the field goal. I mean, I don't blame them. I don't think this is a terrible call. I mean, it's the 4th quarter of a playoff game. You're down by 4 and they don't get it. You could have gone either way with that call. I don't think kicking the field goal would have been bad, but I don't think going for it would be bad either. Don't forget the legendary B-Wags fumble on Trent. Well, unfortunately, London does not have B-Wags. B-Wags is currently celebrating in Mexico City, getting ready to play the Jets. Could Derrick Henry stiff-arm B-Wags in this game? Could Derrick Henry get hit-sticked by B-Wags in this game? I'm very curious, and I hope we get answers. We didn't get answers in the AFC Championship last year when we played the Jets, I don't think. Well, no, because we didn't have B-Wags. Obviously, we didn't get answers. B-Wags was not on our team. 3rd and 6. Zeke nearly got it, but I don't think he did. So the Caps get a stop. They get the ball back. Now we won't be able to stop Zeke, but you just did. Yes, run it up the middle with Malcolm Tremblay. Big brain. Yeah, if you're going to go for it on 4th and 3, you probably should not run the ball up the middle with a freaking twig. So that was dumb. Rooting for B-Wags in Mexico City. Welcome to the bandwagon. B-Wags finally gets a real opportunity to get a ring. If you can't beat him, join him. I don't think I ever lost a playoff game to Nick last year. No, I didn't. How many times did we play in the playoffs? I don't remember. I know the 4th and 22 game. It was with A.J. Dillon, Quadzilla. That's a good nickname for him. 2nd and 20. They make up a lot of yards on the sack, and now it is 3rd and 4. It wasn't B-Wag's choice, no, but if you can't beat him, join him. Even if B-Wags didn't choose to. Don't run up the middle of Tremblay. Okay, they're not. Wentz is going to look to throw it. That was dangerous. Okay, 4th and 4 on the 49. You got to go for it here, right? They're going to punt it. Wow, interesting. I probably would not have done that. I get it. But I don't think I would have done that. And it was not a particularly great punt. From Mr. Braden Mann's their punter, right? I think. Zeke is still in the zone, and they're going to throw it. Wow, Eric Ebron caught a pass. Oh, fumble! And it's picked up by the Caps! Eric Ebron fumbled the ball! That is too funny. Was he down? But was he down? Was he down? This is not a good angle. I don't think so. Why did it just say Capitals? Their name is not the Capitals. But I don't think he was down. Go for it on 4th and 3 at the goal line, but punt it on 3rd. It was 4th and 3 midfield. They're not going to punt it on 3rd and 3. That'd be weird. But yeah, he was definitely down. Boop. Wow, that is a massive, massive break for the Bulldogs. Wow. Assuming the play is reversed, which it will. Yeah, okay. Come on, EA, nice me here. Columbus is going to have to start calling their timeouts soon. Probably not yet, but no, they... Yeah, probably after this play they're going to start wanting to. Zeke gets the first. They're going to run... So Columbus is not going to call time, so they're just going to let it run out until the 2-minute warning. Uh-oh. Well, it's not time to call it yet. But you guys are not looking good either. Incoming 60-yard touchdown from Zeke. That'd be funny. Well, he can't run for 60 yards unless he runs backwards. Only gets 2. They're kind of in no man's land, so if they don't get it on 3rd down, they could possibly go for it, which could be really interesting. Second and 8. Flag! That was a late flag, but I feel like it's probably going to be a holding. Yeah. So what would you rather, 2nd and 16 or 3rd and 8? Okay, they made the right call. Yeah. Definitely 2nd and 16. They didn't mess it up like 3rd and long, you're 4th and inches. Obviously, you choose 3rd and long, Mexico City. Yeah, the Caps got it right, though. And now it's 3rd and, like, 12. They could throw it. Unless they get, like, 10 yards, we're not going to be in field goal range. Zeke gets the ball. Doesn't get much. So Columbus is going to have about 1:40 and no timeouts to get a touchdown. So they can still win the game. London and Toronto are proud of their child in this year's playoff. Their child came so close yet so far. Is that a what-a-punt? Ooh, that was close. Columbus needs 80 yards in 1:39. Did their punter have a face scan? I think their punter is Jack Fox. There's no way Jack Fox has a face scan in this game. That'd be cool if he did, though. Tremblay breaks the tackle. A big start for Malcolm Tremblay. He gets 20. Do not slander their punter. It's Jack Fox. No slander allowed. That was dangerous and caught. Malcolm Tremblay is really trying to put the team on his back right now. 2nd and inches. Keep giving the ball to Tremblay or that. Clock. The Caps are doing a nice job of moving it, but the clock is ticking and they don't have any timeouts. You're down to 40 seconds. Wentz, deep shot downfield for Diggs to the 20. Uh-oh. And the clock stops. Here we go, fellas. 35 seconds at the 20-yard line with no timeouts, down by 4. Here we go. He's going to throw the check down for Tremblay. That was stupid. They're going to have maybe 15 seconds. Not even. They got to take a shot for the end zone here. Watch him throw a check down. That's going to lose them the game because they threw a check down when they had 10 seconds and no timeouts. EA Sports strikes again, and the Bulldogs are moving on. They beat the Caps 3 times in 1 year. Wow, what an ending. So the Bulldogs are playing the Bucks, and the Cardinals are playing the Rams. Interesting. Okay. Why can't EA be smarter in late game situations? When you have no timeouts in one play, you don't throw a 5-yard check down. Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson were both okay, I shouldn't say They were both good. Compared to the other quarterbacks, they were But overall, Deshaun Watson only threw 100 yards. Wow. Zeke was a machine. Todd Gurley was pretty bad. Malcolm Tremblay was a beast in the receiving game, though. Stephon Diggs was pretty good. Donovan Peoples-Jones did a few nice plays. Trent Brown had 5 pancakes. Wow, that's a big number. So another one and done for Columbus. And we are now down to 8. Well, I guess we can send the week here. So the first part of the divisional round stream will be tomorrow. I don't know when, but it will be tomorrow. Jags, Dolphins, Jets, Diablos, Cardinals, Rams, Bulldogs, Bucks. So all the 2s, 3s, and 5s won. Ironic. If Columbus had Keaton, they would have won. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Let's see who won Players of the Week, and let's check injuries as well. Players of the Week, Jordan Love, C.J. Henderson, Phil Chippendale, and Poe. Well, bye-bye, Wentz. What if the Caps got Eddie Small? That would honestly be kind of an interesting fit. I know Phil's supposed to be the man, but not Phil. Yes, Phil. Phil Riddle. When I say Phil, I'm used to thinking Phil Chippendale. Phil Riddle is supposed to be the man, but I don't know, maybe. That'd be interesting. The Jags, they still have a few. Jets are good. Rams are good. Did I skip over anybody? I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Did Jordan Love have a perfect passer? He might have. Let's check. I know Chip was not the only one. No, he didn't. Someone else definitely had a perfect passer rating in the last stream, and I don't remember who it was. It was probably Keith. Yeah, it was Keith. Okay. So that'll do it. 6 teams are dead. Or I guess 6 more teams are dead. And 8 more teams are left for OFL Bowl. What number are we on? 11, I think? No, 12. OFL Bowl 12. Jeez, time flies. Who is deciding Players of the Week? Our good friends over at EA Sports. That's who. But yeah, hope everybody enjoyed. We will be back tomorrow for 2 more games. I don't know which games they will be yet. But we'll figure that out. Justice for Keith. Keith has been robbed. Have a good one, fellas.